Is Big Baller Brand still around? Oh, and it hasn't been around in a while, apparently. In April 2019, the Big Baller Brand website was shut down.
Oh, because I think the guy that was running the money was like stealing from him and shit too.
I know what happened. That's not what happened. What happened was they got sabotaged. Okay, somebody was making death threats and was like, you guys need to shut down your company now. So they did, and they complied. So they were all right. Big Baller Brand is no more. And then to get back at the world for not allowing their brand to flourish and succeed, they started the coronavirus. And then society changed because Big Baller Brand got shut down. They should have stayed open, and COVID never would have happened.
I said that LeVar Ball said some pretty outrageous, out of whack shit. You just took the cake, buddy. What the fuck was that rant all about?
All right, men and women. What's up, motherfuckers? We're back. Jordan just had his 5th kid. That's what our break was. I mean, JD.
I think you guys are on my computer audio. I don't think you're on my microphone audio.
Oh, we're back at it again.
Back at it again. What a freaking pile, this guy, huh? What was a bigger pile move? The fact that the Rays pitched past the 9th inning with a no-hitter and didn't get credit for it because the Red Sox broke it up in the 10th? Or the fact that the Pittsburgh Pirates won a game while getting no hit?
I mean, that's
in 8 innings.
That's what I'm going with.
I don't know if you could pull off a win without getting hit. I think that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go with the Reds being the bigger pile here.
Oh, okay. I forgot. That was the question. Yeah. The Reds are definitely the bigger piles for sure. Dude, why the Pirates want to be good? Like, they're destined to be good, but the owners of the franchise just keep pushing it down and mushing it back in the dirt and saying, no, we want to stink. We just want to make money. We don't want to be good.
You see, the only reason why I can kind of see them going in the other direction is that they're actually extending people. Like their 1-star player they extended, and probably their second best offensive player, Brian Reynolds, got extended as well. So they've been extending their people.
They got a Brian and a K Brian.
Brian.
They got a K Brian.
Yeah, they got a Brian and K Brian.
That's crazy.
Bro, I'm stoked. The Pirates, if they get pitching, somewhat decent pitching, and a little bit more hitting. I mean, they're hitting. Speaking about the no-hitter, another interesting baseball fact is that the Detroit Tigers are on pace to smack a mere 60 home runs as a team this season.
Are you impressed or what?
That would only be about 5th or 6th on the all-time season single home run record.
Pretty impressive, right? I mean, yo, fucking let's go Tigers. At least we're in the news for something. Go get that Old English D on a hat somewhere, guys. Represent.
Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa twice have accomplished that feat alone.
And then you got the Tigers.
What is going on in what do they call that city again? The dumb city?
The twat.
Okay, it's the Motor City and it's Detroit. Be respectful. Okay. A lot of American history through there. Okay. And second of all, we have a young roster. Okay. We have some of the best young guns coming up. Okay, they just got in the MLB. Give them a couple years. Let them get some man muscle on them. Okay, let them thicken up a bit. Okay.
All right,
let them get used to it.
Your best Detroit team right now is probably the Lions.
Hey, Lions are winning the division this year. Watch.
Pistons.
No,
garbage.
That's a bold statement. I do like what Detroit did in the draft. I think personally, and the only reason why I say that they had the best draft out of anyone is because I think they got the best wide receiver. And I think they got the best edge rusher in the draft. And whenever you can do that outside a quarterback, get the two best skill positions that you need on your team, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good draft. But who knows when Jamison Williams is even going to play? They're saying November, it looks like.
Hey, as a secondary Lions fan, I'm perfectly fine with them skipping this year and them loading up even more when they get their new quarterback, because Goff isn't making it.
Jared Goff.
Yeah, he's not making it through next offseason, at least not as the starter.
No.
And without taking a massive pay cut.
No. And should we go over, under? I don't know because I didn't look it up. I'm going to say 8.5 sacks for Aiden Hutchinson this year.
I don't know. I'll look it up.
Because
I still think Aiden Hutchinson's going to be a bust, but I don't think he'll be a bust his rookie year. I think overall career-wise he'll be a bust. That's what I was trying to say. I wasn't trying to say he's going to have a shitty rookie year. I was trying to say, like, he'll be like one of those players that'll have like probably a good season or two and then just fall off.
Like Leighton Vander Esch.
Yes.
Dude, that's a prime example right there. I thought Leighton Vander Esch, I thought the Steelers missed on him because I wanted to get him in the draft so bad. And he had
Injuries,
such an
bro.
outstanding rookie season. And I was really jealous. But then, puberty hit, I guess, in the NFL, and he's shit now.
Yeah, our linebackers can never stay healthy. What do you guys want to get into our team's drafts? How you liked it?
Yeah, let's go for it.
And then then we can do an overall, like, who we thought had the best draft besides our teams.
Well, I already leaked mine, unfortunately, but I guess I could talk about a few other ones. Steelers draft, I thought they had a good draft. I would say a B+. And only because I think Calvin Austin was such a steal in the 4th round. And I really do think George Pickens is a lanky vertical threat. So I think their offense is going to be a lot better. They'll be able to space out a lot more. Kenny Pickett, he was probably the most pro-ready quarterback in the draft. I think Malik Willis might have had a little bit more raw potential.
Yeah.
So it kind of shook me there. But then you see Malik Willis fall, all the way down to the 3rd round, finally gets picked by the Titans. It's like, okay, what are all these teams seeing on him? So maybe they made the right decision there. And I forgot his first name, but his last name's Leal. He's kind of a tweener, like a defensive tackle, defensive end. So I think he fits the 3-4 scheme really well, especially with Tuitt. We don't know if he's going to be returning this offseason or not. He didn't.
I like George Pickens. He gives me AJ Green vibes. I don't know why.
He does. It's probably the Georgia connection, and they're very similar in size and speed.
They are similar size. I hope he stays healthy, unlike AJ Green.
So I was thinking more like Mike Evans-ish.
I think George Pickens fast. Is he pretty fast? Like, I can't remember.
He's decently fast.
Because Mike Evans is slow for a wide receiver.
I mean, yeah, he's a 4.6, right?
Yeah, he's just tall as shit. So I guess he makes it up in stride. But
he is the red zone king in the NFL.
To me, he moves like a tight end.
Okay.
I feel like George Pickens can kind of move like pretty quickly. He's kind of skinny.
George Pickens ran a 4.47. Mike Evans ran a 4.52.
So it's not that much difference, but it is in a way.
But I was saying just like the way they stride and the way they run and like attack the ball, I think is like very similar. I wasn't more talking about like speed. It's just their overall like physicality, the way they play.
And AJ Green ran a 4.5. So
I think I kind of upset AJ Green didn't have a great career because I actually liked him a lot. I wish he never really would have got injured.
Well, I mean,
that's when it started going bad, right? Is when the injuries started piling up year after year.
Because I think he could have been just as good as Julio.
Were they in the same draft?
Mm-hmm.
Thought so. So what do you think about the Kenny Pickett pick first overall? I mean,
Kenny Pickett.
He was in the Steelers like training facility for every year. Like they had like a front row seat and they got him first overall or first round.
Yeah. I mean, I like it, but We'll see if it was the right pick. I mean, he's always going to be compared to these other guys in the draft.
Who didn't go to the 3rd round. He was the only quarterback drafted for 2 rounds, man. What?
I know.
I think Malik Willis draft was kind of a steal when you look at it.
He went to the Titans, right?
Yeah, but going to be like a top 10 pick to like falling in the 3rd round is kind of a steal, I would think.
But I wonder if that top 10 pick was just a projection because quarterbacks always go top 10, and this just happened to be the year that
next year
really cared.
Next year,
there's like QBs. 6, right, that are going to go 1st round next year.
Yeah, maybe 6 in the top like 15 or 10.
Wow.
But I guess it depends if teams need them.
True.
Because what if all these quarterbacks do well? Never know.
Yeah. Desmond Ridder was actually selected ahead of Malik Willis to the Falcons.
Yeah, and I think he's actually going to start first, Desmond Ridder.
Yeah, so do you see Ridder being a better quarterback than Malik Willis?
No, but I think he gets more playing time this year.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. So, yeah, I mean, you're going on, their careers. And I feel like he's going to overtake Tannehill maybe even sooner than a lot of people think.
Why? Does Tannehill just have bad games? Like, I know he had a couple, like, towards the end of the season, he had a couple rough ones, but.
Well, he has a huge cap hit now. Like, he had the one season where he took them, pretty deep in the playoffs. Well, I should say Derrick Henry ran him through the playoffs, and he made some pretty good decisions, so he didn't really do anything bad. Oh, my goodness, Tyler Hero with the from behind block. Sorry,
Ooh,
lost my train of thought. So, anyways, and then the next year he kind of went off the rails a little bit, So I think he's more so on the hot seat than a lot of people think. Time will tell. And man, I could honestly see them, going with a guy who's only has a 3rd round tender and try and see what he could bring to the table. Because, obviously Derrick Henry's the lead dude. They don't have AJ Brown anymore. They did spend a 1st round pick. They got Trey Burke, right?
Yeah.
So they spent their 1st round pick on Trey Burke, but obviously they're going to have growing pains. They're still a run first team.
Yeah, but that's good. I mean, they got their quarterback and receiver of the future in the same draft. Let them.
They got Robert Woods too, right?
Bobby Trees, the 3rd.
They did get Bobby Trees. I forgot about Bobby Trees. They only gave up like a 5th or 6th round pick for him or something.
If you think about it, they still have weapons now. Like, they didn't really get worse or anything losing AJ.
Hey, they had hella injuries last year and won the AFC South. They're still a team full of dogs. They got Derrick Henry. Okay, they're good.
And I think they see Treylon as potentially just as good as AJ, and that's why they kind of just traded AJ.
Yeah, because I mean, hey, save money. You can put that money elsewhere.
Mm-hmm. All right, what do you think about the Cowboys? The Cowboys. I thought at first I didn't like our draft, and then after I read up on players and stuff, I feel like we had a pretty solid draft.
I like our draft. I think our honestly our biggest need was offensive line.
It was. I was kind of mad at first with that pick, only because I wanted to take what's his name, JJ whatever, Jeremiah Johnson, the end that fell from like
tackle?
top 5. No, the edge rusher or whatever.
Oh, okay.
He fell from like top 5 or top 10 all the way down to 26 to the Jets.
Oh, from Florida State.
Yeah, I think it's Jeremiah or some Jermaine. I think it's Jermaine Johnson or something like that.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of like the way the draft fell for the Cowboys.
That's what I'm saying.
They got he was a tackle at Ole Miss, but I think Cowboys are going to move him into guard. Our left guard spot has been terrible the last few years, so they're going to move him over there. And then when Tyron Smith gets hurt, because he's missed games every year since 2015. So he's definitely going to get hurt. They're going to kick him out to left tackle and hopefully eventually have him be the left tackle of the future. And then 2nd round, we got Sam Williams. He was a defensive end from Ole Miss.
I like him.
Had 12.5 sacks last year. 9 of them were when they only rushed 3 people.
Yep.
So he gets pressure. His biggest thing is like he's just all speed. He doesn't really have like technique and pass rush moves. He's got to develop that, but he's got the ability to get in the back.
You know how you solve that problem? good coaching. So if you guys
Yeah.
have a good D line coach or outside linebacker or whatever your scheme is, I don't know if you run a 3-4 or whatever, but so you have a
Cowboys run a hybrid.
oh okay. So I mean, we'll just call it edge rusher. So I mean, you have good coaching and put him in the right position, and his skill will kind of just take over from that point.
Bro, he's got Micah, he's got DeMarcus Lawrence, and he's got Dan Quinn to show him the ropes.
Micah was such a beast pick. My goodness.
I love
Such
it.
a stud.
And then in the third round, we got I think Jalen Tolbert is his name.
That's my boy.
A Miles Austin 2.0. This dude looks nice. He's not a speedy receiver, but he's still a vertical threat. He knows how to attack and get the ball.
But you guys didn't get Calvin Austin.
No, we did not.
No, we didn't. But the guy we got had, what was it, 224 catches or something like that in 2 seasons, or like I don't know. He had 1,500 yards last season. He had over 50% of the team's receptions, or something like that. Like he's a dog. He gets it. He's always open.
50% of the receptions. That's insane.
And then we got a late lineman that's supposed to be pretty good, right? Well, also
it's also a clap stat. So let's don't take my word for it, guys.
I will not.
your clap stat was correct. It was 1474. So we'll give you that. About 1,500 yards.
That's pretty spot on.
Hey,
Dang, Clap. Are you actually getting your shit right?
I know my Cowboys information. Everything else is a little fuzzy.
Hey, man, as long as you know your team, you know what? It's okay. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right, pal.
So honestly, though, I think best draft to me, I think was Ravens.
I'm going to also agree. I think the Ravens, I think they got a lot of value.
JB's rival.
Yeah, I know he hates it, but Ravens crushed it.
They had a great draft. I'm not going to take it against them. To me, they had the third best draft. I would put the Jets ahead of them. And I think, like I said before, the Lions had the best draft.
Mm-hmm.
And they only really needed to hit on their 2 guys. And I think they got the best 2 guys, Aiden Hutchinson, Jamison Williams. I think they got the best receiver in the class, and they got the best edge rusher in the class.
The Lions are stacked, man. They also got Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah.
He was a beast last year.
And they got TJ Hawkinson. They have DeAndre Swift in the backfield. I'm pretty sure they still have Jamal Williams. So they got a pretty solid offense.
The only thing is, those motherfuckers had so many picks in the first round, second round, the Detroit and Jets.
Yeah. I mean, they had to hit. Could you imagine having all those picks and missing like Cleveland does every fucking 4 years?
Yeah. I don't
Giants
think Detroit missed. And I think the Jets got 3 studs too. You go ahead, you get Sauce Gardner, you get Garrett Wilson, and then you end out the round with Johnson, the defensive end or whatever from Florida State. That's 3 really solid pieces right there.
My whole thing is I'm not the biggest fan of drafting a corner that high at 5. I mean, I know it's important. Like, and if he's a shutdown corner, it's going to be worth it. I just feel like, I don't know, most corners, like, unless you're Jalen Ramsey or
generational talent.
Yeah, like
look at Kuda. Kuda hasn't done shit.
Yeah, Lions drafted him at 4. And he hasn't done shit. That's also the old regime. That's before Dan Campbell got there and was just like, hey,
Danny Campbell, baby.
We want grit, okay? We need to win in the trenches. So that's what he gets, defensive line and offensive line. Dude, that Jamison Williams pick was crazy. Oh, I'm so excited for the Lions. I'm about to start wearing some more Honolulu blue, baby.
Take a Jameson shot for him.
Ooh, good call. They'll probably start doing that in Detroit. There's a lot of Irish pubs and Irish bars. Jamison Williams, if he scores, they'll do like a free shot at JMO or something.
The only thing was weird was Jets getting a running back because they just got one last year
in the second round. But like, how
Breece Hall's a stud.
That's what I'm saying. Sure. I think Breece Hall's going to start.
And how often do running backs get hurt? Like, you use them so much, and instead of just paying like one running back a lot of money, like the Cowboys, you pay a bunch of running backs a little bit of money, and you just have constant production no matter who's in there. I like what the Jets are doing.
Most replaceable position, running back.
It is. It sucks because it's yeah.
The Bills are back to a fucking stacked backfield, kind of. They had James Cook, who could potentially start.
I think he is going to be the starter.
But Singletary had a good year last year.
He did end it very good, but
yeah.
I think this is a contract year for him, if I'm not mistaken.
So it's gonna be a lot of competition this year.
He could be playing for something.
And I'm excited to see the players that get cut right before training camp and like during preseason and stuff that end up going to different teams. And we still got more trades that are going to happen for sure.
When does Hard Knocks start?
Not soon enough. I think it's probably like August 3rd, August 5th, some shit like that.
I don't know.
What do you guys think?
Gypsy?
What do you guys think the first scene of Hard Knocks is going to be? Do you think it'll be like
it starts August 9th?
Hutchinson, or do you think it'll? All right, I got three options. Okay, it'll be Aiden Hutchinson just hitting the bags early in the morning, first man in, last man out type thing. All right, number two, it'll be Dan Campbell unlocking the building, going in with two 20-ounce extra strong coffees with espresso shots. Or three, it'll be an abandoned building with broken windows showing the shitty fucking empty areas of Detroit. It'll be one of those three for sure.
For show. Bro, I don't know. What could you see it as, Chugs?
Them just going by each franchise in Detroit and just shitting on them, like Red Wings, Pistons, Tigers. Then there's hope. The Lions.
Here's a little sprinkle of sunshine. When is the last time the Detroit Lions have been a sprinkle of sunshine in Detroit?
Barry Sanders, his first year.
Yeah, either that or Matthew Stafford brought him to the playoffs a couple times.
What college did Barry Sanders play for?
Oh,
Don't look it up.
Wait.
If you get it wrong, you have to take a shot.
I just guessed it right.
What'd you say? I didn't hear you.
Oh, OK State.
Yes, sir.
Come on, baby. Your boy knows his Barry Sanders, the best running back in football history.
Best running back for 6 years.
And you guys want to argue with me? Go ahead.
That's 6 years for a running back. It's pretty long, though. I guess you can't compare everyone to Frank Gore's 25-year run.
That guy, he's such an Iron Man.
And then he goes and knocks out someone in the boxing ring. If either Florida team makes the national or the finals, you should go Tampa Bay or Florida.
So if the Heat make it, would they have home court advantage?
Yeah, they're the best team in NHL record-wise and points.
That's left. The Suns, I thought, had the best record, but now that they're out.
Well,
the Heat or Panthers?
The Heat.
Oh, the Heat.
No, I think the Heat had the third best record in the league.
I think Warriors were second, right? Or
yeah,
I don't know. No, Grizzlies.
The Warriors. So the only thing that's getting me wondering is the Warriors and them have the same record, but they have a game better than Dallas.
I think the Heat are the best team left, like record-wise, right?
Well, they're tied with the Warriors, but they have the number 1 seed. The Warriors have the 3 seed.
So, yeah, I think they would get home court.
But you see, I don't know how it works. Can someone please explain to us how it works? We want to know.
The Heat would get home court. I just told you.
Or is that a fact?
It's a clap fact or a clap stat.
I fucks with it.
Yeah.
JB, if the Panthers go to the Stanley Cup Finals, you come to the game?
Yeah, if they freaking make it. What? But you don't want to go if Tampa Bay makes it?
I mean, I'd be down if we get like an Airbnb out there.
Because you got to think, whoever wins this series will go to the Eastern Conference Finals. or whatever
Okay,
the fuck they
hey,
call it.
listen. Depending on how expensive the tickets are,
It goes to higher seeded team.
okay, that makes
Sorry.
sense.
I just
So-
don't think anyone's beating the Avalanche. I think the Avalanche got it this year.
They do look good. Did you see the Calgary game? 15 scores.
Yep.
What?
Bro,
I watched the whole game.
Yeah,
The
I
Gators.
watched the second half of the third period. I saw the last
9
few
to
goals.
6.
I can't wait to make a chant during a game. I saw this old retired veteran at a Pens game one time, and the goalie for the Philadelphia Flyers let up like 6 goals in the first 2 periods and got yanked. And he was yelling down at him, calling him Swiss cheese and all this and that. I just want to go to a hockey game where like the goalie's just getting obliterated like that and just call him Swiss cheese.
That'd be
Like whatever
fun.
his last name is, like Swiss cheese Johnson or Swiss cheese, whatever the fuck.
Dude, the first goalie they had gave up 3 goals in the first like 8 shots or some fucking shit like that.
Jesus.
And then the guy that they put it after him gave up 6 more.
Dude, you gotta have somewhat steady goalie play, even if it's not like the guy you've been riding with all season. Like go with the guy that's hot, that can
Yeah.
just keep your team afloat. But you allow 9 goals, 3 to the first guy, 6 to the second guy. I ain't gonna get that shit done.
So do you go to into the next game thinking like the last game never happened, or are you still like a little hurt and then now like the series is already over after just the first game?
I think you gotta. It depends what kind of fight you have, and I guess what kind of coach you have, because I seen the freaking Rangers firsthand do this shit to the Pens. They were up 3-1, and the Pens had a 2-0 lead in Game 5, and just like the will from that team to come back from a 2-goal deficit, and they were down in the series 3-1. And then, they ended up winning the whole series. So I think if you get like the right coaching and stuff like that, like you could turn it around.
And you got a
I think
lot of
that's where
different
it
line
starts.
play too.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where it starts. And then, the line play definitely.
And then look
Definitely
at the
would help out.
Panthers fucking were up 1-0 and then gave up 3 power play goals, who Tampa Bay is number 1 in power plays, and Panthers had the worst power play defense.
We also have to account for playoff beards. Okay, if they have a playoff beard, they'll probably have more fight in them, and they might have a chance to come back and win the series. But if they don't have playoff beards, they're screwed. They're done. They're not. Come on, you think you're gonna win a series without a playoff beard? Get out of here, baby face.
No way. No way you're winning a series without a playoff.
You think NHL players just take the most painkillers and drink the most alcohol because they're just in pain all the time?
Nope.
The most
I don't think they do.
alcohol-
I think they just ride through it.
Yeah.
What about that one MLB guy selling oxy?
Hey,
Are you
did
talking
you
about
see?
Matt Harvey?
Are you? Is that the dude, the minor leaguer that was taken? There was a dude in the Yankees minor league system that was taking gear and stuff from the players, like in the dugout, and was selling it to fans, and then was even scamming the fans and was like ripping them off at the same time.
Yeah, it was their 3rd round pick. I don't know what his name is, but their 3rd round pick. Yeah, he was jacking shit from his teammates.
I'll tell you his name. Pyle McGee.
Is he a bigger friggin' pile than has anyone taken the title from Urban Meyer yet?
No. Hey,
Bro.
speaking of Urban Meyer, did you guys see the LA Chargers schedule release anime video?
I did. And they had shots fired for the freaking Brownies.
They what?
Bro.
Shots fired at the Brownies.
Oh yeah.
It was a pile. Nick Saban going after everyone, bro.
Screw you, Nick Saban.
Going after Miami Hurricanes basketball. He has nothing to do with that.
Nick Saban is just mad now because they're not the only ones paying players hella money
Nick Saban's
for
a
all their
fucking
talent.
pile.
Now all these smaller schools are taking all the people that they want. So he's all like upset and he's butthurt and he's freaking whining. And shit.
Dion went off on his ass.
Everybody is. Fucking the Texas A&M head coach called a press conference just to say, hey, fuck you, Nick Saban. You're not going to say that about me. Don't make me start airing out your dirty laundry, you dirty mother effer.
Fuck Nick Saban.
Jimbo Fisher, you're talking about?
Jimbo Fisher. Yeah. He called an impromptu press conference just to go back at Nick Saban for the bullshit he said. First thing this morning, I was dying.
And then Dion went off, and then Travis Hunter went off saying, like, if I had $1 million, why is my mom still living in a 3-bedroom with 5 kids?
Dion was like, I don't even make $1 million.
Fuck, Dion be making more than $1 million. What the fuck?
Like, why are you going after a fucking HBCU school who got they got one recruit when you're Alabama who gets 65 stars every year? Like, shut the fuck up.
No, that's what it is the smaller schools are taking his recruits that he
That's what I'm
usually
saying.
gets. And that's why he's going after these people. Like, he's being salty. He's an old man who doesn't like change, and now it's hurting his it's directly affecting him, and he doesn't like it.
Saban sucks balls. Saban sucks balls. Saban sucks balls.
Saban sucks balls.
Saban sucks balls.
Bro, I went to the Marlin game last Saturday. That shit was lit.
Yeah,
I got fucked up.
No, you didn't.
it's pretty
I
on brand.
swear.
Good for you. Did you fall asleep there?
No, I wasn't that fucked up. But I had a 12-inch hot dog with like fried pork and all this stuff on it. It was delicious.
That wasn't your first 12-inch hot dog.
It wasn't my last. And then I knew I was drunk because I spent $160 on a jersey.
Oh, no way.
What
But
jersey?
it's their limited edition one. I have it if you want to see it.
Yo, go grab that bad boy.
Oh, I got you. So this is their Sugar Kings jersey, and I think it was like their Cuba team or Cuban farm team or something like that. And that's what the colors are inspired by, I believe. And then I got it because it's kind of like 4th of July-ish, and I needed a 4th of July shirt. So it's my jersey.
True that.
That
It was
jersey
worth
looks
it.
crazy, bro.
Shit goes dumb.
Bro,
What are we doing on the 4th of July, boys?
I love that. Hold on one second. I love the AT&T commercial with LaMelo Ball, and then LeVar Ball pops up at the door.
I don't think I've seen it yet.
Bro, it's pretty funny. I think LeVar Ball just makes it because he's just such an obnoxious person, but he like loves his sons like genuinely and like wants them to succeed and shit like that. But some of the shit he be saying is so fucking out there.
Hey, he's just another character out there. I love him. Let him be who he is. I don't know why people hate on him so much. People are just angry, hating, jealous motherfuckers.
Bro, for real. Is Big Baller Brand even a thing anymore?
Probably. They're probably fucking selling a shit ton at Marshalls. Or
Hey.
they might still be selling fucking $700 shoes. Who knows? They might have a couple athlete sponsors.
For real. Is Big Baller Brand still around? Oh, and it hasn't been around in a while, apparently. In April 2019, the Big Baller Brand website was shut down.
Oh, because I think the guy that was running the money was like stealing from him and shit too.
I know what happened. That's not what happened. What happened was they got sabotaged. Okay. Somebody was making death threats and was like, you guys need to shut down your company now. So they did, and they complied. So they were all right. Big Baller Brand is no more. And then to get back at the world for not allowing their brand to flourish and succeed, they started the coronavirus. And then society changed because Big Baller Brand got shut down. They should have stayed open, and COVID never would have happened.
I said that LeVar Ball said some pretty outrageous out of whack shit. You just took the cake, buddy. What the fuck was that rant all about?
I'm just saying it could have happened. Don't put it past him.
I don't think that's what happened.
He got all of his sons to be top 5 or top 3 NBA lottery picks. You
Two
don't
out of
think
three.
you don't think claps that. You don't think that he could do something like create the coronavirus to get back at the world for not succeeding at his plan?
LeVar Ball called Big Baller Brand $1 billion company.
And then it goes down in 2019.
He did
Hey.
start his own team though.
Hey, you win some, you lose some.
Bro, faux real. I mean, I just went on bigballerbrandinc.com and it's legitimate. I'm about to get some slides on there for 180.
I mean, Big Baller Brand is worth $4 million.
Wait, so there's still a company?
I'm on a website right now and it looks like it has shoes. They have the Lux BBTs for 189, some Lux Glaciers, some Madagascar Zoes or ZO2s. I don't know what that is.
Well,
Yeah, they're still online.
well, there goes my LeVar Ball created COVID
Bro.
theory.
They're selling a T-shirt for $200. Suck my balls.
Hey, let's go keep them afloat. Let's just buy a t-shirt right now and say we want it with LeVar's signature or we send it back.
Big Baller polos for $90. You guys just want to review products and then just send them back?
Can we? They probably have a rich return policy where you can't return it. All sales are final.
They even got hot sauce for $15.
Nah, they ain't got hot sauce.
I'm down to we all get a t-shirt so we can all do a review. And then after the review, let's go give it to a homeless guy.
He has Big Baller Brand shoes called I Told You So for $895.
So it's
But
sold
we're
out,
not doing it with that.
but they had a Big Baller Brand polo for $350
Fuck this website.
and a Midnight Floss sweater for $600.
Okay. So they're not at Marshall's.
No, I mean,
Who's- Who's buying this stuff? To
look
get
at
them.
LeVar and his Big Baller Brand polos. Look at him go.
All right, guys, let's start making clothes.
We're gonna have to. This is ridiculous. Almost as ridiculous as this freaking Heat game. They're about to be down 30
Final 2 minutes.
heading into the half.
Our 2-minute men. 2-minute fans.
Women and women.
Men and women.
Let's go, baby. Let's get into it. What are you guys looking forward to this weekend?
What do I have plans this weekend? What do I have? I'm going to Orlando for MegaCon.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you gonna dress
That's
up,
pretty dope.
cosplay?
Yeah.
What are you gonna dress as?
I don't know. Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah, that's pretty dope, honestly.
I fucks with it.
Jordan could go as Buzz Lightyear.
Dude, let's do it. And you could be Woody. Because you're already like flimsy and like skinny looking.
Slinky.
There's a snake in my boot.
Be
And you
Slinky.
did that a little too well.
Keith can be Rex.
Derek will be the piggy bank.
Oh, great times.
Come on, baby.
What else? We have to have more to talk about. We missed like 3 weeks here.
I think there's too much to talk about. Everything is just floating around in our heads.
Yeah.
You know,
Kind of hitting a wall here.
So the Warriors smacked the Mavs in the first game of their round, or of their playoff series.
we
Do you
didn't
think the
talk
Mavs
about
would come back? Because the Mavs were crazy in the previous series against the Suns.
They were, and a lot of people are even dubbing Luka Doncic as the best player in the NBA and the face of the NBA moving forward.
I mean, did you watch that series?
I mean, I don't know if I'm willing to do that based off of one series. Granted, he's done a lot of great things in the league already. You know, win an MVP, you know, maybe even win a couple MVPs, maybe a championship, and then we'll discuss in like another 3 or 4 years. But, you know, who the hell knows?
That's a good debate. I don't even got a rebuttal. I agree.
Yeah. Let's see. Don't
he? I mean, like he's good, but yeah, he does have to win a championship and get a couple MVPs. He's still young. He's only like what 23, 22.
Yeah, he's so young. He was getting a beer. What do you guys think about him getting a beer just before the game?
Hey, the best athletes. Well, it prevents cramps. I saw it in some volleyball movie. Instead of anytime the dude would cramp up, he would drink a light beer. So then before his matches, he would drink a beer so he wouldn't cramp up.
Dude, that's what
took him to the championship. It took him to the mountaintop. That's everybody should drink a beer.
So what you're saying is you drink a beer before a sporting event and you're gonna be good.
It increases capability of performance.
So don't drink Gatorade. Drink beer.
Drink Gatorade during. Drink a beer before.
No, just drink beer before, during, and after.
Have you guys ever seen like the people that I forgot what it was called, but they literally chug a beer and then they run around a racetrack to another table, chug another beer, and they keep running, and like everyone pretty much throws up by the end of it all.
So you just keep going back and forth, running and chugging until you throw up.
Well, I mean, it's around a track, so I mean, it's not really back and forth, I guess.
Like a quarter-mile track.
Yeah, and you like literally like it's competition because like it's time. So you know, the faster you chug and run, you know, so you got to be good at both of them because the faster you chug, the faster you run. You know, you're gonna win the race.
That sounds awful. I don't want to do that ever.
Yeah. That's why so many people fucking throw up.
Hey,
can you imagine just having that rock in your stomach?
One quick thing. You know how bad Detroit sports are?
Oh my god.
They didn't even do good. They didn't even do good at a lottery pick.
Oh. Tied for the first best odds. And what pick did they get?
5th. Hey, it's okay.
And speaking of which, I guess we could kind of stay on the topic. Do you guys think Chet Holmgren's going to be the number one pick, and will he be successful in the NBA?
He's kind of skinny.
So is Kevin Durant. Did you see Kevin Durant when he was drafted? He looks just like him.
Yeah, that's true.
Durantula.
But Durant's also a generational talent.
I mean, you could argue that Holmgren was. He was a consensus number one guy.
I don't know. Orlando would draft him. Orlando kind of needs everything, I guess. That's why they have a top pick. So
I feel like they could draft him, and then Franz Wagner. You put both of them in the front court. That's a pretty good front court. Or back court? No, front court. Yeah, front court.
Give them a couple years to play together and learn each other's style, bulk up a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure. And then, I mean, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs or anything like that, but then get some backcourt help, some more shooting, and I think they could be really good. What state has the best bakeries?
New York.
That's what I was thinking.
Italians, they got that good water.
I would think New York, but then also I feel like Minnesota because they have like a lot of Vikings, like Norwegian bakeries are fucking delicious.
I feel like they got some fresh ass meat up there. They just kill like boars
but they probably have the best variety of meat, you know?
Like bison.
Like even better than Chippendales, right? So they probably have like reindeer. They got some bears, bison. Like and it's all like on like those meat hooks, just like over there. And then they like sling it over to the next guy, and then have them butcher it up for you, and then they package it away.
If you
That's
had an
how I-
opportunity to try bear meat, would you try? Would you eat bear meat?
Bear?
I would try
Yeah.
anything at least once.
You say bear meat or deer meat?
Bear.
Yeah, I would eat bear. Fuck bears.
Yeah, show Leonardo DiCaprio. We still got shooters out here.
Do you think like grizzly bears or brown bears taste like really like meaty, and then polar bears are like a little bit more fishy because of what they eat?
I think polar bears would taste. I don't know. I think they probably both taste like real, like blubbery, like chewy.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know if
I don't
I'd
know.
eat
I think bears are pretty lean though. Sometimes I think it's just a lot of the hair. Like polar bears, I think are pretty lean compared to
Well,
other.
In like the spring and beginning of summer, they're pretty lean. That's
Yeah.
but like towards like winter and fall and stuff, that's when they start like bulking up and they're all.
I was saying polar
puffy.
bears eat a lot of fish, right? So I feel like they taste fishy. They don't eat.
probably,
They
do-
don't
Probably
eat-
got a lot of mercury in their body.
That's what I'm thinking.
probably lots of mercury.
Grizzly bears, they might taste. They're probably a little bit more nutrition, like nutrition because of like veggies and shit like that, berries.
I bet you bears taste real good, like dipped in barbecue sauce.
You know what I always want to try?
A
Or
hickory
blubber
smoke.
nuggets from Fairly Odd Parents.
Get some fucking blubber nuggets.
They always look delicious.
Like what cartoon food would like to try the most?
The purple candy from Jimmy Neutron.
The purple nurple.
I got a couple, and only because you said candy, it popped in my head. A Jawbreaker from Ed, Edd n Eddy,
Oh, hell yeah.
and then for some reason, a jellyfish jelly sandwich from SpongeBob.
I don't know, I like the burger one. The jellyfish with the Krabby Patty.
Okay, or just
What-
a Krabby Patty.
What about the
Right,
pretty
right.
patty?
Nah, that should change you a different color, man. You never seen the episode?
Oh. Hey, I'd fuck with like a blue pretty patty. Look like the dude from what's that Frankie Muniz movie? When the guy was all blue.
Oh, was it?
Liar.
Liar,
Liar.
liar.
Okay.
No. Liar, liar. That was a Jim Carrey movie.
Big fat liar.
Big fat liar.
That's what it was.
There you go, baby.
I know
There's
Fairly
something-
Odd Parents always had good food in their episodes though.
That big ass freaking milkshake in the opening credits.
Oh,
Milkshake. Trying to think. Oh, what about Kim Possible with like the taco? What is that thing
taco
called?
did look good.
So it was like that. It looked like a bag of just like taco shit. It looks so good.
Nice and greasy.
Probably delicious.
I don't know, dude. That purple candy from Jimmy Neutron always looks like it just hits.
Oh,
That's true.
for sure. Honestly, anything that looks somewhat decent in like comics or cartoon movies or anything like that, I would try it. I'd give it a go.
Yeah, me too.
You know what honestly looked pretty refreshing? You remember the movie Holes?
Mm-hmm.
Whenever they just like eat those onions, but they say like they're the most sweet onions. Like I want to taste that sweet onion.
Yeah.
What about splooge?
Sploosh. I would love sploosh.
I want to not eat for 2 days and then try one of these things. I want to know exactly how good it tasted to them.
Yeah. Well, that's true too. Like you gotta think they hadn't eaten.
All right,
So they
not a
did look at that.
cartoon, but you know what food always looked good from Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off, the hot dogs and shit.
The peanut butter jelly milkshake.
That thing looked good too.
Oh, you're talking about the hot dog that he made.
The hot dog, the Eddie dog.
Yeah.
That shit looked fire.
Dude, you guys are making me too hungry for this shit.
We love food, just like we love sports.
We like sports and we don't care who knows. From shooting hoops to the Astrodome.
You know what I could go for right now is all that food that rained down in Kazam when the kid made his first wish.
or cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Facts.
Good call too.
I always wanted to eat SpongeBob's grandma because I always thought she was a cookie.
He did make cookies though.
She did make
definitely
cookies.
did make cookies.
Oh,
They did look pretty fire too, but I thought she was a cookie. I didn't know she was like a dried up sponge.
I thought she was a cookie, man.
I was confused.
What a freaking pile, this guy.
Oh yeah, Vegas. Oh man.
Anything else you fuckers want to add?
I've always wanted to go to is it the Shake Shack or the Shack in Rocket Power? Place looked dope right on the beach. Just get some burger and fries after you go down the half pipe at the skate park right there on the pier.
Was it Uncle? What was his name? Uncle Tito?
Uncle Tito.
Was that just Uncle? Is that just Uncle?
Yeah.
He always had some wise words though.
No. Yeah, from the ancient Hawaiians. As the ancient Hawaiians used to say, brother, let it go. And it always seemed to help out Otto or Reggie or Twister or Squid.
Squid.
Wee.
Wiggity, 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 wiggity.
You're a shooby.
Oh yeah, freaking shoobies. I'm a shoobie sometimes at the beach though, so I can't.
Hey man, hey, the sand gets hot, dog.
Daddy doodle. Oh, let's see. Thought I had something else to talk about.
I think we got enough. I'll make like a 40-minute episode.
Dude, that sounds awesome.
It's down to our final 2 minutes. It's the final.
Oh, what's the final 2 minutes that dragged on to like 10 minutes?
Down.
Final 2 minutes. Final 2 minutes. Final 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2.
It's the final 2 minutes.
Two minutes.
LFG baby.
Okay, so now we got to give our predictions for who's going to win all these series. I think the Panthers will come back and win. Or yeah, I think the Florida Panthers will come back and win.
I had Panthers beginning of the series, but now I'm looking at two teams that are just playing really great, and I think it's going to be the Canes and Colorado.
Yeah. I kind of agree with that. And I think Colorado ends up coming out on top.
My very first bracket, though, before playoffs started was Calgary and Panthers. And Calgary upsetting Colorado, but Calgary's goaltending just looks atrocious. So, and Colorado could put up like 12 on them.
They could.
They got McKinnon out in there scoring everything. And then for NBA, I don't
You
know.
want the Heat to get their shit together, damn it.
I think the Heat are gonna make it. It's gonna be a Game 7 series, though. I think.
I saw a stat the other day where the Boston Celtics have played in exactly 50% of every 50 of. God dang it. The Boston Celtics have played in exactly 50% of every single Eastern Conference Finals ever. So they're there every other year.
Yep.
Dude, that's pretty crazy, but it also goes to show you like just like what a storied franchise they are.
Just consistency.
Yeah.
Consistent. I
It's
mean,
gonna be tough for the Heat to come back, man. Now they're down 0-2. And they're
No, the
going
Heat-
to Boston the next 2 games.
the Heat won.
Oh, the Heat
First
won
game.
the first game.
That's right. So they're gonna be it'll be tied 1-1.
Claps
Yeah,
that. I think it's gonna
definitely
be
looking
Heat
like it's
and
gonna be
Warriors.
tied up.
I think Warriors. If the Warriors go, the Warriors made the finals. I think the Warriors are gonna win. Really, I think they
do
just had
too.
too much shooting. And then I'm cheering for the Mavs though, because I want the Heat and Mavs to have their third series for like to see who the better team is. And I think if the Heat play the Mavs, the Heat will pull out a dub.
I thought you said they weren't going to pull out and they were just going to fucking raw dog the shit out of them. That's what I was
They are
thinking.
gonna raw dog. The Heat play the Mavs. They will raw dog the Mavs, but Warriors and Heat play. Warriors will win, and the Celtics play somehow. I think the Celtics lose to Warriors or beat Mavs.
You don't get any what ifs, buddy. It's your prediction. I feel like it's
All
gonna
right,
be,
Heat Warriors. Warriors are gonna win.
Yeah, Warriors Heat finals. I want to say it goes the distance. Jimmy Butler gets his first ring.
I hope so.
I think it'll be a good series. I think whatever way you can intermatch these, like it's going to be a good series. So you could do Celtics Mavs, Celtics Warriors, Warriors Heat, Mavericks Heat. I think it'll be a good series.
I would
Anyway.
love to see either Mavs and Celtics or Golden State and Miami.
Do you think those are the best?
I think either way the Western Conference team wins.
You think so?
Yeah, I think the Western Conference. I think whichever team plays is gonna win.
Clap stats.
As good as
I just don't
think the Heat
see-
are.
I don't see the Mavs having enough talent yet to compete with any three of those teams.
Yeah, I can't either.
They're missing that player. They're missing one more player or more depth or something. Missing
Yeah.
something. Luka would be
And
too tired.
it wasn't Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah. So
Much as
Guess
everyone
we'll see.
wanted.
I
it.
think the Warriors have been here with the same team, kind of. They already have. They just have younger players now around them. So I think that's why they're gonna pull out, and they got shooters.
I think the Warriors are gonna win the finals. I think they're gonna.
They
win.
got Andrew Wiggins and Poole, who are both
matter who
good young
plays.
talent.
Yeah.
Then they got Clay, Steph, and Draymond, who've been here already a bunch of times, who know how to win. So I think the Warriors might pull it out.
Lame.
All right. I love you, boys. It was a fun episode.
All right. Absolutely, dogs.